Hey guys, I'm Jen Piacenti with Fantasy Alarm. Welcome to the Hot Corner. In case you fell asleep last night, it took 16 innings and 5 hours and 49 minutes for the Dodgers to finally best the Padres on the back of an A.J. Pollock 2-run shot. And it was worth every moment. That extra runner on second made absolutely no difference in the end, and I was having flashbacks to late nights on my sofa in New York City when West Coast baseball gave me an excuse for my insomnia. The new rivalry between these two teams is so good, as is, well, the NL West race in general. I mean, the Giants are still on top of this division. Actually, they're on top of the league with a 670 win percentage, and I think it's time we take them seriously. But the Dodgers have the biggest run differential in the league at plus 209 and a 630 win percentage, and let's not forget about those Padres, who are 530, which should be enough to be leading the NL East. I mean, I love it. But speaking of tight divisions, the Yanks are on an 11-game win streak, and they're only 4.5 games behind the Tampa Bay Rays now, who somehow, by the way, were able to trade away both pitching and hitting and still be out in front. I don't know how they do this. Boston and Toronto are both well above 500, and this is going to be a battle all the way until the end. And speaking of battling till the end, please, let that be you. I know fantasy football season is in full swing. I mean, I've had 5 drafts just this week, but now is exactly the time to put your foot on the gas. While your other league mates are out victory lapping their Marquez Callaway and James Robinson value picks, you can be vulturing the fantasy baseball waiver wire and rocketing up the standings. I want to hear a secret? I've moved up 4 spots over the past 2 weeks in Tout Wars. Why? Well, 1, because my team is finally clicking, and also because I'm not resting. It's sprint time. Let's do this. Have you guys noticed this kid, Riley Adams? Catcher is such an unsexy position, but it's also a position where you can gain a lot of ground because most teams, unless they have Sal Perez, are feeling the pain at catcher. In 16 games since going to the Nats, Adams has been batting .361 and slugging .611. He's hit safely in his last 6 games, and he's available in 98% of Yahoo leagues. Now, I've talked about Connor Joe a few times, but I have to mention him again because this kid needs to be rostered. He's available in more than 80% of leagues, and he hasn't slowed down. Over the past 2 weeks, he's batting .300 with 3 homers and 11 RBI. And over the past month, he's batting .326 with 7 homers and 25 RBI. Coors is his home ballpark, and he qualifies at both first base and outfield. Do it. And speaking of eligibility, Ian Happ, he qualifies everywhere. There aren't a lot of guys left for the Cubs, and Happ will be playing every day. He's batting .357 with 4 homers, 10 RBI, and a stolen base over the past 2 weeks. He's worth an ad. Another flexible player, Jace Peterson. I mentioned Jace a few months ago, and he's at it again. Over the past 2 weeks, he's batting .455 with a home run and a stolen base. He's still there in 95% of leagues. Lars Nootbaar is not a European candy. He's a right fielder for the Cards who's been slugging .611 with an OPS of over 1,000 since the All-Star break. He's specifically strong versus righties, and he's a good ad for your daily lineups, and he's available literally, well, everywhere. And finally, somewhere under all that facial hair is a baseball player, a really hot one. You know who I'm talking about. It's Brandon Marsh. Over the past 2 weeks, he's been back at it, hitting .412 with 11 RBI and a stolen base. Perhaps this is a Samson-like situation, so I guess I shouldn't knock the hair, but I'm a little bit concerned there could be like forest animals in there. I guess it would take a trade to the Yankees to really find out. Marsh is available in more than 90% of Yahoo leagues. MLB may be winding down right now, but NFL is just getting started. Be sure to get our NFL Pro package with everything you need to dominate your leagues. We've got cheat sheets, rankings, sleepers, bust, and well, so much more. It's 50% off with code JEN today.